Ready or not? I'm going to go ahead and call this regular meeting of the Kingsville City Commission to order. It's Monday, April the 22nd, 2013. At 6 p.m. All 5 commission members are present. We generally open our meetings with a prayer and pledges of allegiance. If you care to join us, please stand, Mark.
Father, we thank you for your goodness to us. We ask for your help and healing for the victims of the bombing in Boston, Lord. We just ask that you would protect us, spirit, soul, and body. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Next order of business is approve the minutes of the last 2 meetings, the one on March 25th and the one on April the 8th. Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Liver. For a second? Second by Commissioner Pena. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Garcia?
Yes.
Commissioner Luber?
Yes.
Commissioner Beckles?
Yes.
Commissioner Pena?
Yes.
Mayor Dugan?
Yes. We have no public hearings, so we'll go in reports from commission staff.
Mayor, thank you. Just a couple comments. This Thursday, we have I guess it's the 3rd installment of the Professional Development Program. We're going to be talking about employee performance problems and how to deal with those issues. These sessions cover a number of topics, but that's the topic for this week. And we look forward to that. It's going to be held at the King Ranch Museum. On Friday, many of us are going to attend the annual Engineering Student Design Conference.
You're not going to the cricket tournament?
Well, not during the day. I did get an invitation for that, though. I've never seen that. Have you ever seen one of those?
No.
I haven't either. So anyway, Friday, and there's a lunch involved there, and we look forward to that. The city's actually had some strong participation in that in previous years, so we'll continue that.
Okay.
And last but not least, we have a new city engineer, public works director, and I know most of you know him. I'd like to give him an opportunity if he wants to. We're glad he's here, and we look forward to his contributions. Charlie,
thank you, Mr. Capel and Mayor, City Commission. I appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity to be the city engineer and director of public works for this fine city. Just a couple of quick comments. I did tell Mr. Capel that I did like the direction in which the city's going, and I told my family that I have to jump on that quickly while I can, because I want to be part of that team, and I'm here to help Mr. Capel and your vision to get that going, and that's what I'm here for. So thank you.
Welcome home. No board.
Welcome back.
That's it. Courtney?
I know people think we have meetings every other week, but it's actually the 2nd and 4th Monday of the month, and the way the calendar calls, we'll have an extra week before our next meeting, so it'll be a meeting in 3 weeks instead of 2. So the next meeting will be on May the 13th, and the agenda item deadline for that is May the 3rd.
Okay. Anything from the commission? I have a couple of things. There is a cricket tournament Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Kingsville, so it's going to be at Dick Clayburgh Park. I think they're publicizing it, right, Bob? And it's kind of a big event, right? You expecting a lot of people in town?
Yeah, there's a couple hundred people coming from all over the country and even some of the Caribbean islands, It's unique this year in that the university's more involved than they have been in the past, and there's actually some university students that are going to have field teams, and there's actually some new facilities being added and spruced up at Dick Clayburgh Park for this. We're hoping that in addition to supporting this event, that we're building facilities that are to support the international students at the university.
That's great. Well, if you've never been to a cricket match, well, this is your chance.
It's going to be where at Dick Playboy Park.
Yeah.
So you're going to have grass out there?
They don't need any grass.
They don't need any grass?
Yeah, they got AstroTurf.
Oh, okay. All right. Want to make sure.
AstroTurf, that's kind of bad. That's a
And right on the wide side bike ride.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a lot going on in Kingsville because you can ride your bike on King Ranch if you want to put some money up for a good cause, the Lions Club. That's Saturday morning. And also the UIL Region 3 and 3A and 2A track meets here in Kingsville. This year we're getting some of that 3A regional tournaments back. So that's a good thing. So, lot going on in Kingsville. I think we had somebody that's going to leave us. Who? You've been with us for a long, long time. Come on. We have Anita, come on up. Since you're going to win. Come on over here, Nita, so everybody at home can see. Nita Stewart has been with the task force almost since its beginning, or have been, haven't you?
Well, 3 years. I mean, well, I've been there 20 years, 17 with the city, 20 with the county.
Yes. Yes. And as an attorney, I can remember if you needed to talk to somebody at the task force, you were the go-to person, and I tell you, all of us lawyers in town really appreciated you. You were kind of, nobody ever saw her. You didn't know where she was even stationed or anything. You just called that number, and Anita took care of you. She's the brains of the outfit, right? Right, Willie? And you're going to be, I tell you, you're going to be really, really missed by a lot of people. And you've been a great employee of the city, and hard to replace. But you know, all good things come to an end, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And have a certificate of appreciation. This is a certificate is awarded to Anita Stewart upon your retirement and appreciation of 16 years. Is that right?
I think 17.
Well, we'll get that fixed. Come on, Mary, you gotta cut her some slack. 16 years of valuable service and contribution to the city of Kingsville. It's signed by me, and it's dated today.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I think they're going to want to. So, when you're kicking back and enjoying retirement, we have a watch. I think it has the city logo on it, and we're looking forward to giving one of these to Commissioner Pecos and Commissioner Garcia.
I don't want mine made in China.
So, thank you again so much for everything. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, dear.
Speech?
You want to take one side?
Don't know me, I don't talk much. Thank you.
All right.
Willie, we give you permission to cry. You can cry.
Yes, sir. I've been doing that all month.
Oh, okay.
We also have, Manuel, you have a class here, Manuel Commercial University, you have a class here that's,
We have some students that are here at advanced reporting, but they're reporters that like to keep quiet.
oh, okay, good, all right. Just wanted to recognize them. Okay, well, welcome, glad you're here.
Thank you.
I think that's it. Anybody else have anything for the commission? Okay, then we'll go on to public comments. Anybody that wants to speak about anything on or off the agenda, this is an opportunity for you to come up, talk about anything you want to. You just gotta tell us who you are, where you live, and you have 3 minutes. Okay, well, I gotta be in Austin tonight, so we're gonna cut that pretty short, all right? Go on to the consent agenda. Everybody? Don't move right into it, okay. All right. So we have one item left, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second? Okay, roll call vote.
Commissioner Leader? Yes. Commissioner Beckles?
Yes.
Commissioner Fenya?
Yes.
Commissioner Garcia?
Yes.
Mayor Healy?
Yes. Now we'll go on to our regular agenda. First item is motion to approve out-of-state travel for city commission and staff to attend the National League of Cities Congress of Cities and Exposition 2013 conference on November 13th through 16th, 2013 in Seattle, Washington. Commissioner Beckles?
Mayor, the reason that I told the city secretary to put this item on the agenda is because in order for us to be able to stay at the host hotel, we need to pay the registration as soon as possible. But before we do that, it has to be approved by this board, so that's the main reason why it's in the agenda.
Any discussion?
Yes, well, one of the things that the reason I pulled it, I didn't realize that we needed to do that quickly because this is in a November,
Yeah, it's in November.
Yeah, conference. But I'm also concerned about, we're running out of money. And so, and I know
Let's phrase that, we're running out of travel money.
we're running out, we're using our budget item, yes, we're getting low on our budget item, and I'm kind of hesitant. I don't like pulling money from another budget item to cover, and we still have quite a few months left, and for me, it's important that we have enough money for the mayor going to places like Washington and places. It's important because it has to do with our base and other things, and so.
Our registration is not going to make the budget go to zero. However, in October, we start a new budget. So it really,
it's just for the.
it's just to make sure that we get our registration in there.
Right.
And you also save money by registering early.
Right, okay. And we had talked about there's a substantial savings.
Yeah, if I could for the commission, there's a $125 savings per registrant on, if we register for May 15th, I think it is. So there's some savings. The rest of the travel would probably be incurred after the beginning of our new fiscal year.
Right.
And then, of course, we're about 6 months through our fiscal year, 7 months, and so we've got about $3,000 left in our travel budget, which isn't a lot for the last portion of the year, but again, this particular trip would occur actually into our next fiscal year.
I don't know about you, Mayor, but I get tired of staying in Motel 6.
Well, that's a big upgrade for me in these days.
Okay.
Well, I think this is something that we need to look at budget. I know Commissioner Pena has some ideas, and I believe you got from Corpus Christi on how we package our travel budget. So I think that's something that next July and August, which is coming around the corner, that we sit down and talk about.
Well, the other thing, Mayor, is that we haven't really ever increased the budget itself on travel. I think it's been there for more than 20 years, and gasoline is no longer $1.25. So,
I think 3 years ago the travel budget was about $25,000. I think the last 2 years it's been $20,500 or about.
Yeah, we reduced it instead of increasing.
Okay. Anything else? Just an action item?
Yeah, I make a motion that we approve the out-of-state travel for city commission and staff to attend the National League of Cities.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Pinto, seconded by Commissioner Garcia. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Commissioner Liver?
Yes.
Commissioner Beckles?
Yes.
Commissioner Pena?
No.
Commissioner Garcia?
Yes.
Mayor Bugan?
Yes. The next item is excuse me, folks. These allergies are just killing me. You want to read the next item for me?
Well, 3. Moving on to regular agenda. Agenda item number 6.3. Consider resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a memorandum of understanding between the Kingsville Fire Department and the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Office of Border Patrol, Rio Grande Valley Sector. Archie. Yes, sir.
Honorable Mayor and Commissioners, we're here tonight to seek your approval for a memorandum of understanding between the City of Kingsville Fire Department and the U.S. Border Patrol. This is an agreement that allows Border Patrol agents to ride along with our ambulances to gain field experience in their EMT work. Some of them are already EMTs and some are going through the EMT school. This is a program that the city and the Border Patrol have done together in the past. There's no cost to the city for this agreement or this program. Some of the benefits would include our personnel training and evaluating others, which helps fine-tune their skills and provide better services to our citizens. It would help us work together with another public safety agency and build stronger bonds.
Yeah.
And as you know, the Border Patrol is about to open a large facility here in Kingsville, and I think this would be a great opportunity to start working more closely with them.
It's open. We had a meeting out there last week. It's a beautiful facility. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Any questions or comments? Yes.
I'll just make a comment that in regards to that, Border Patrol, anytime we need assistance as far as law enforcement and other things, they've already been fully cooperative with us. So I make a motion that we consider the resolution.
Motion made by Commissioner Payne, is there a second? Commissioner Pecos, I'm sorry.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Payne. Any other discussion? Okay, roll call vote.
Commissioner Beckles?
Yes.
Commissioner Pena?
Yes.
Commissioner Garcia?
Yes.
Commissioner Luber?
Yes.
Mayor Hugen?
Yes.
Next item is consider introduction of ordinance amending the fiscal year 2012-2013 Fund 65 CO 2011 Fund General Fund for Fire Department Improvement Fire Station number 2.
Mayor and Commissioners, this is money that was budgeted in the CO 2011 on the general fund side for the purpose of remodeling Station 2. Initially, it was earmarked $202,283. In fiscal year 12, we expended $172,720, which left a balance of $29,564 for that purpose. Questions or comments?
Any other questions or comments? Motion, please.
No, it's introduction. Intro.
We'll go to the next item, consider introduction of an ordinance amending the fiscal year 2012-2013 budget for the Building Security Fund, Municipal Court Technology Fund, purchase security cameras for the Municipal Court and Collections Department, to update network loading, balancing, and to purchase a receiving machine and laptop computer for Municipal Court. That was painful, wasn't it?
This is also an introduction item from Municipal Court. We have two special funds, the monies that are earmarked whenever we bring in revenues for a designated purpose for the building security, and also for monies that are designated for a specific purpose for Municipal Court technology. What I did is I provided you with a recap that gave you the breakdown as to how much is building security and then how much is coming from Municipal Court technology. And all of this would be portable if we were to move to a new building, with exception to the wiring, which is $4,000. And at least half of the wiring cost, at least $2,000, is associated with our connectivity for Omni, OCA, and for Linebarger, because we're bogging down in our system and need the connectivity so that we can actually accomplish those tasks and transmit that data and information. And I did provide you also with balances that are budgeted, and that would be a remaining balance, provided that we come in at expected on revenues and expenditures for current year. That's before this budget amendment. So if you did approve this budget amendment, the building security would net out at about $76,198.84. And the technology funds would net out to about $27,791 as residual balance projected for September 30th, 2013.
Any questions?
Yes, Mayor. The security cameras are in the municipal court department and
They're throughout the building.
so the interior only?
No, there's some on the outside and a couple on the inside. I don't remember where all four are located, but there's one in collections, there's one outside at the drop, and there's another one in municipal court, and there's another one salted throughout the building somewhere.
Okay. What's your secret one?
We keep the walls there.
Could be. Yes,
How about the parking lot area for security, for personnel getting in and out of the car, other vehicles?
That may be the other one. I think, where's the fourth one?
It was attached right above the back door, and one of the food service trucks delivering to Harold's knocked it off. We have a replacement camera to reattach there. When we got this quote, Bill said, the guy that does our camera, said he wouldn't put that camera out there because it's one of those that's an adjustable joystick type camera that you can move. And he goes, it would be better to use a static type camera with a wider view. And he recommended we hold on to that particular camera, which was designated as our replacement, and find a more suitable use for it. But there is connections out there, but at this time, there's not a camera over the back door.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions? Okay, that's an introduction item. We'll go to the next item. Consider introduction of an ordinance abandoning an alley and retaining an easement for utility purposes on block 34 of the original town side of the city of Kingsville. It's an alley between Henrietta and Yoakum Avenue at the Epiphany School.
Mayor and Commission, this is a consideration item for abating and vacating an alley between Yoakum and Henrietta behind the Epiphany Episcopalian School. It runs parallel between 3rd and 4th Street, and for all practical purposes, it's been primarily used by the school, and there are some safety benefits to vacating and abandoning this alleyway, as the school has expanded and has been expanded for years across the alleyway. So the children are walking back and forth across the alley. There are no financial impacts to the city, and the city will retain an easement for using the alley and for the utilities in its full width.
Charlie, there's in part of that alley, there's a house and there's an apartment in back. Is it going to cut off their ingress and egress? Are you closing the whole entire alley from what is that, 2nd to 3rd Street?
Yes, it is closing off, but my understanding is that they still have egress and ingress to the apartment complex.
Not the way this is written out.
From 4th Street, I understand, and also from Yoakum. However, I could still answer that question and look into it.
I wish we didn't have any alleys. I wish we could give them all back. But there are people that use them. And there are people that have apartment complexes back there. There is one in this alley. And that's my concern, is you're cutting off their way. I mean, yeah, they can park on the Yoakum and go through the house, but yes.
I think on the map, Mayor, the alley that they're looking at, and please correct me, it lies only in between the Epiphany properties. It's totally surrounded by Epiphany properties.
We have the expert here. Al, is this why you're here? Come on up and tell us who you are.
Yeah, I'm the one that made the request on behalf of the school. It's just...
I didn't realize you were so religious.
I'm not.
But it's just the north-south portion of the alley. There is a house claimed down to the further to the east, but that portion of the alley is still open down there, so they do have access. It doesn't affect anyone except the.
I went out there to look at it.
They have it completely surrounded.
There's a fence that goes across, or a gate that goes across the alley now. And
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, using that property now. Is that what
It's more or less a formality, yes.
Is that the area that you're talking about?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
But no, nobody is being cut off.
Yeah, hey, I tell you, for the record, I know who you are, but tell us who you are and where you live.
My name is Al Higginbotham. I'm making this request on behalf of the Epiphany Episcopal School.
And give us your address where you live.
534 North FM 2619, Lake County, Texas.
Good deal.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Anything else? Right, that's an introduction. I'm going to go to the next item. Consider accepting donation of surplus overhead canopy from the local H-E-B store.
Mayor, Commissioners, been a long time coming, but some time back we had heard from Mark Miller from H-E-B that they were so successful with their location in Kingsville that they were getting lots of requests for additional parking, and they were exploring the possibility of taking down their canopy and removing it from the property to yield 21 additional parking places. We got in communication with them and talked about whether that structure could be saved and used by the city, and it's actually sitting across from the mayor's office, and the concrete is curing right now. And
yeah, I was going to say, Mark, you wouldn't want it back now because it's about 6 feet of concrete.
So I'll turn the floor over to Mr. Miller from H-E-B.
Mayor, Commissioners, when the H-E-B store in Kingsville was rebuilt years ago, it included an approximately 25 feet by 100 foot all-steel overhead shade canopy that extended perpendicular from the front of the building westward into the parking lot. It was outfitted with tables and some coin-operated rides for small children, and really other than just an egress and ingress for staying out of the weather, it really didn't have a lot of uses for us. We did a study to determine that removal of the canopy would result in 20-plus closing parking spaces. The original proposal was for the demolition, removal, and scrapping of that said canopy. When I inquired the city's downtown manager about landscaping and other issues related to repaving that the proposed project would entail, the downtown manager inquired as to whether H-E-B would consider allowing the canopy to be removed as a whole and donated as is to downtown city property for use as a shade pavilion. We agreed, and in October of 2012, a House member detached the structure from its anchor and from its attachment to store building, placed it on wheels as a unit, and moved it several blocks to its present space. We were happy to make the contribution. The agreement would be the city would maintain and support the pavilion as it is, and we would be able to have the opportunity to repaint the structure, which we're currently doing now. So basically, we just like you to accept the donation.
Did I hear right?
Yes.
You're going to paint the canopy again?
No, sir, we're painting the store.
I just want to make it clear.
Clarify that.
I think there's a university group. There's a university group that's volunteered to paint for me.
I just want to make sure.
You can use our same color, so we'll.
Yeah, it turned out nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Any other questions?
Sir?
That's an action item.
Make a motion that we accept the donation.
Second.
Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Pena to accept this gift, seconded by Commissioner Luber, Commissioner Peckles. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Commissioner Fenya?
Yes.
Commissioner Garcia?
Yes.
Commissioner Luber?
Yes.
Commissioner Peckles?
Yes.
Mayor Keating?
Yes. Next item is consider accepting a donation of a large art print from the art department at Texas A&M University Kingsville. You have to read it.
That's your cue. Yeah,
look at it.
Sure.
Steamroller.
Yes, absolutely.
Good job, Manuel.
Well, on behalf of the university and the art department and communications and theater department, we wanted to present the city with this one-of-a-kind steamroller print edition that we did over in the fall. And you know, we are very, very, very pleased to be working with the city and the university as partnerships, because we really believe that through art we can accomplish many things, and this is one of our prints.
This is the print we did on Main Street, where we had the city state.
Ranching Art Roundup.
Yeah.
So you have a little bit of the Main Street on there somewhere.
Also to include, I made a smaller image of the print for everyone that attended the meeting. You can't have a large one, but you can take one small one home. It's exactly what the couplet's small. All right, so if you come see me, I'll give you one.
I have one right now.
Sure, of course. Of course. Of course.
Before you run out. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We have Dean Zink with us tonight too, who's the Dean of Arts and Sciences. And the cooperation and the projects we're doing with the art department is one of several that are going on with her college at the university, and one of several with Dr. Flores in his department. So we thought we'd have the occasion of a ceremony tonight to take a moment and celebrate and encourage further cooperation between the university and the city.
Hi, I'm Abby Zink, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences at Tamook, and this is a great example of what the city and the university can do together. We've got several projects going on right now. The art department's been very, very active. Virgin and Guadalupe down the street, which I noticed on my way here. There's several flowers there, and I see people there all the time, and it's just a great project. This project with the Art Roundup, several of our programs, including the Connor Museum, were involved with that. And we've got students working in the historical district, doing mapping and that kind of thing. And we're looking for opportunities to get more involved with the city. And I think this is just, an example of what can be done. So I appreciate Bob and Vince and City Council working with us and giving our students opportunity to get some hands-on experience, and also to help improve the community that we all live in. So thank you.
Thank you. Good deal.
Thank you.
Bob?
Yes, sir.
Put it in my office.
It's your pleasure.
Okay.
And you're one vote.
Okay, this is a donation, it's an action item, so.
Make a motion we accept the donation from Texas A&M Kingsville Fire Department.
A motion made by Commissioner Pena to accept this gift, seconded by Commissioner Pecos. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Commissioner Garcia?
Yes.
Commissioner Luber?
Yes.
Commissioner Beckles?
Yes.
Commissioner Pena?
Yes.
Mayor Petey?
Yes. Next is consider resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a second amendment and extension of the Kingsville Industrial District Agreement number 92-02 between the city of Kingsville and Daytona Oliver.
Mayor Commission, this is this agreement was originally approved by this body in March. The signed agreement was sent to the corporate offices by Mr. Brian Connolly, and they requested a few minor changes, I believe, Courtney's informed me of. And so basically it's just a very minorly altered version of the previous one. I think the legal description was the only thing we changed. That's correct. So it's back here for you again, just to finalize the agreement and get it done. All right. Does that answer any questions?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Did they acquire more, a different plot of land that's warranted to change the legal description, or was it an error?
I'm not sure. Courtney, did they report to you what the reason they changed it?
No, they didn't actually change any of the boundaries. They just added 2 paragraphs at the very beginning of the legal description, and it didn't substantially impact
Meets and bounds stayed the same?
negatively. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's essentially the same agreement.
Yes, terms are all the same.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The body of the document is practically identical. They just put some little numbers on the bottom. So
Any other questions? It's an action item.
Yes, sir.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Pecos to sign this, or enter into this agreement with Solomon's for the, what's it called, district agreement, I guess, for lack of a better word, Kingsville Industrial District Agreement. Second by Commissioner Garcia. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Commissioner Luber?
Yes.
Commissioner Beckles?
Yes.
Commissioner Pena?
Yes.
Commissioner Garcia?
Yes.
Mayor Healy?
Yes, with that, that's all the business we have at the city tonight. We are adjourned.